Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, when a Democrat, a Senate Democrat, sides with Republicans and the Democratic Party has to accept the fact that even their own senators have either overtly sided with Trump. I mean, could you imagine? Just so hilarious. You look at what's taking place now in the Democratic Party, and there's this kind of groupthink mentality. This intense groupthink mentality, where if you deviate, you are a heretic. You've engaged in blasphemy. Well, I'll read you this. There's one in Arizona, one in Alabama, one in West Virginia. We'll get to that in a second. This is USA Today, Washington. Senator Doug Jones, a key Senate Democrat, considered one of the chamber's most endangered senators going into the 2020 race. Gee, you think? Found some of the arguments made by President Donald Trump's counsel persuasive and highlighted concerns he has over the second article of impeachment. So, hello, Ryan. Thank you for watching. Eric H526, Luke St. Martin, hello. So this is hilarious. He did make some good points on a couple of things on factual issues, and I've got concerns especially with regard to Article 2. Jones said of arguments made by Alan Dershowitz, a member of Trump's legal counsel defending him during the trial. Jones says he's made stars next to key arguments. Stars? He made stars next to key arguments and acknowledged he's wrestling over whether he will find the president guilty or vote to acquit him, a decision that would almost certainly hang over his future in the Senate. Well, if he votes to acquit Trump, he has a chance at winning again in Alabama. A chance, especially if they have that maniac run against him. But if he votes to convict Trump, that he'll never win ever in Alabama again. The only reason he barely won is because he was going up against what's his name. But Jones' vote on impeachment won't likely determine Trump's fate. To remove the president, a supermajority of 67 senators would have to vote to convict the president. Well, of course, President Trump is not going to be... Ken Hunt, hello. Thank you for watching from New Zealand. Thank you. Brian Morrow, hello. It's okay. Currently, Republicans hold the majority in the chamber with 53 seats. To oust the president, Democrats would need the full support of all Democrats with 20 Republicans. Without Jones, that number would increase to 21. But his vote will likely carry over to the campaign trail. Jones narrowly won his seat in 2017 after defeating Roy Moore, who faced a series of allegations. My God, that had to be... Roy Moore's campaign had to be the worst campaign of all time. Jones' win made him the first Democratic senator to represent deep red Alabama in 25 years, but in 2020, Jones faces an uphill battle as he fends off Republicans, including Jeff Sessions. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Honestly, I'd rather have this guy. I don't know. I might rather... I don't even know. Sessions is horrendous. Every chance Trump gets to clown Sessions, he does. Oh, my God. Who held the seat before serving as Trump's attorney general and lackey for the Democratic Party. Oh, my God. You mean to tell me that the Keebler elf is going to go up against Doug Jones? I want Doug Jones to win. So... So let's continue. The remarks indicate that Jones has left the door open to splitting his votes on a pair of impeachment articles. When asked about that possibility, Jones did not deny it, but said he was viewing each article separately. Okay, one is obstruction of Congress, which is nonsense because he didn't abuse power. So if he didn't commit one of the articles, he didn't commit the other. The whole thing's nonsense anyway. How do you impeach somebody on something that's not even a crime? Only Democrats would do that. Only Democrats would do that. That's only Democrats. But Jones said he's yet to make up his mind. Okay, yeah. I'll ask myself a lot of questions, and I'll go back, and I'll argue with myself a lot tonight. Oh, give me a break. These politicians. Oh, my God. They're like the biggest actors in the world. Bucolic Buffalo. Madam Pantsuit should be jumping in any day now. I agree. Look, at some point between now and the convention, I think... Thank you, Buddy Banks. Thank you. Hello, so what? Hello. I think that... Live free or lie. Hello. I think Bucolic Buffalo, it's going to happen 100%. And hidden for time, Anchorman HA. Yes. Thank you. Bucolic Buffalo, hidden for time. It's just a matter of I'll be the only person on planet Earth saying this with such conviction since 2017. And this will be my second election that I accurately predict. It's important, ladies and gentlemen. I know people say, oh my God, you pat yourself on the back. So annoying. It's so annoying. Well, I have to say it. In 2015, 2016, I was one of the only people, if not the only person, on the left to say that Clinton was going to lose. She lost. Then they went to, oh my God, she's not running. She's going to run. This is the second election in a row I'll accurately predict, where the entire mainstream was saying something opposite. But anyway. So, Doug Jones. Also, Kristen Sinema. Doug Jones isn't the only one. There's Joe Manchin. Okay, so let's see. Joe Manchin. I don't see Joe Manchin voting to convict Trump. Multiple Democratic senators already considering voting to acquit Trump. Yes. I like that. Trump wants a Democrat to vote for acquittal in an impeachment trial. The White House eyes Joe Manchin. I think, ladies and gentlemen, there's a serious chance that you get 3 Democrats, which would be absolutely hilarious. Oh my God, would it be hilarious? It would be the worst thing ever. Michelle, Tommy Tuberville. Oh, really? That's right. Tommy Tuberville is running for senator. Also, he is a well-known former Alabama coach. I would rather have Michelle. I would rather have Tommy Tuberville than Sessions or Doug Jones. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Bucolic Buffalo. Thank you. I think that the people of Alabama should stay away from Sessions, the nefarious Keebler elf who did nothing for Trump except backstabbers. He basically just, went after Trump all the time. Don't get me started on the Keebler elf Sessions. Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Okay? I was having a good day. Don't get me started on the Keebler elf. All right? Multiple Dem senators already considering a report. So I believe this one. I love how these people are like, I'm just going to think about it. It's like there's nothing to think about. There's not even a crime. There's no crime, so you're not fooling anyone. I love how they're like, this is a solemn moment. This is a solemn moment. Really? It's so solemn? Why? You really think that he's afraid of the No Malarkey tour? To convict Trump, you would have to believe that Biden didn't deserve to be investigated, which is of course nonsense. After Saturday's trial session, which ended early to allow Democratic senators to hit the campaign trail, Joe Manchin said Trump's legal team did such a good job that their arguments are making me think about things. Yeah, if you ever want to continue in West Virginia. Kristen Sinema also could be a possible Democratic. If Kristen Sinema, Doug Jones, and Joe Manchin, oh my God, if they vote to acquit Trump, the Democratic Party is going to have going to implode from outrage. Oh my God, it'll be so great. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh my God, that'll be so fantastic. Because they're in red states. They're in red states, and they won. They barely won. So, I mean, Kristen Sinema barely won. You know, you have this this notion that Democrats, Manchin, Jones signal they're undecided on Trump removal. Oh my God, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. And you have Kristen Sinema also. You have 3 Democratic senators who could realistically say, you know what, and in their viewpoint, they can actually run and say, look, you know what, I wasn't part of the herd. On certain core principles, they side with Democrats. Other than that, they're like, nah, I'd rather get elected. Because the average Democrat in West Virginia and Arizona is a lot more conservative than a Democrat in California or New York. Like a lot more conservative. So it's just interesting. The dynamics are very interesting. And it would be something of they would be mortified. They would absolutely be mortified. Just one would be mortified. Carl's opinion. Hello, Mr. Goodman, mods in chat. How have you been? Alan Dershowitz did a great job today. Carl and Cartman. Thank you, Carl's opinion. Doing well, doing great. And this is now The Empire Strikes Back, or however you want to look at it. Bucolic Buffalo. One more Trump impeachment trial before November. That's possible. Bucolic Buffalo, you never know. The Democrats always love that impeachment nonsense. Thank you, Bucolic Buffalo. Carl's opinion. It's all working the way we said. Carl's opinion. By the way, everyone subscribe to Carl's Opinions channel. He has a great channel. Democrats are losing miserably. I mean, absolutely miserably on this, Carl and Bucolic Buffalo and everyone here. And they don't realize it, too, because they have convinced themselves, they have absolutely convinced themselves that there's no reason to investigate Biden. Okay. They have convinced themselves. And nobody else agrees. Nobody else agrees. Now, the difference is that logic is on Trump's side. There's no direct evidence, and he's not accused of an actual criminal act. So if Mitt Romney votes to convict Trump, everyone's going to look and say, wait a second, you will never become nominee in 2024, ever. So that's, Carl, these people have to think about their 2024 chances. Bucolic, Buffalo, Carl, they both have to think about, the Republicans have to think about their 2024 chances. Revco! Only thing I worry about is how many Hawks Trump has had around him. He got some really bad advice with some of his staff. Hope he cleans up. I agree with you. I think now that the homeless walrus is gone, I agree with you on that. It'll take Dragon Model. I do. I got to find a great picture of Kobe. He was, oh my God. I can go on forever. I did a long segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel that I think 2 people saw. But if you want to, hear my thoughts on Kobe's passing, Kobe Bryant, I always, I love LeBron James. He's on the Lakers. He's going to hopefully win the title this year. Anthony Davis, LeBron James. The Lakers have a great team. But I always said, aside from Jordan, and even in some ways you could say, even just as good as Jordan, in many ways just as good as Jordan, there's nobody I'd rather take, aside from Michael Jordan, than Kobe Bryant. He was the closest thing, and in some ways a carbon copy of Michael Jordan. He was clutch, he was money. There was never a time that Kobe had a really bad game. That never happened. Players are human. Like, athletes are human. They sometimes have bad games, a bad final series. Not Kobe. He was always great. There was never a time where he wasn't great. And Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe, JPAT official videos. God bless HA. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Trump. Pray for Hillary to never win 2020, 2024, 2028, etc. That's right. Saves lives. Yes. JPAT official videos. Thank you. And also 2032. You forgot 2032 and 2036. Thank you, JPAT. Carl's opinion. Bucolic Buffalo, J-Pat, thank you. Michael Moorhead, thank you, Michael. Yeah, I just find it, how are they going to spin? Yeah, exactly, GTO Mama, exactly. Notice how whenever Trump says something that's, oh my God, without evidence, Trump said this without evidence. Oh my God. It's like, without evidence, Bolton possibly wrote, because we don't even know exactly what Bolton wrote. And he wouldn't know anything anyway. Here, this is how Trump works. Does anyone on this live stream, all 400 plus people, does anyone here really think that Trump was hanging on every word, hanging on every one of Bolton's words? He didn't care what Bolton thought. He didn't care at all. Michael, thank you very, very much. Carl's opinion, thank you. Angela Goodwin, hello, HA Nation. I came out clean. Oh, God bless you. Clean from cancer, so I have a future. And my run against might just run against Murkowski. You should. Even with broken English, I would do better. Well, you should. God bless you, Angela Goodwin. God bless you, and thank God you're okay. I came clean from cancer. Fantastic, Angela Goodwin. We love you. And congratulations on that. And God bless you. That's a monumental feat. And just always get checked out, and always be ahead of the game, and God bless you, God willing, you never have to deal with that again. But amazing victory for you. My God, that is the biggest victory, Angela Goodwin, that any human being can achieve, is what you achieved. and much bigger, a million times bigger than even the Super Bowl or championship in baseball or whatever. Speaking of, I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with the Astros. That's hilarious. Give me your thoughts. I mean, just on this chat, if you're interested, do you think they should give up their championship or not? If you know about what happened, I'd like to see what your thoughts are as I talk about Bolton. But they don't have anything else. Like, if you look, what do Democrats have? Okay, what's taking place with Bernie Sanders is like, like, let's see, how do I do this? When you think of Bernie Sanders, there are people to the left of him, people to the right of him. I'm talking within the Democratic Party. I'm not talking about Trump. Okay, Trump is not Bernie's, like, even though he's like, hey, Trump is the most dangerous president we've ever had. That's ridiculous. But if you're Bernie, how on earth are you going to win the Democratic primary when you're actually part of perpetuating the myth that you and Jill Stein were one of the a plot by, you were part of a Russian plot by Putin. So Bernie has promoted the myth that said that Jill Stein and Bernie Sanders and Trump were all part of a Russian plot to harm poor Madam Secretary Michael Moorhead. If the real evidence came out against Schiff, a sergeant at arms would put him in cuffs faster than you could say. I think that Schiff, the fact that it's documented he met with... Oh, I missed a super chat from JPET official. Okay, I have to see that. I did? Did I miss JPET official? I thought I got JPET official. Eric H526, thank you. Hold on, did I? Yep, God bless HA, God bless Trump. Pray for Hillary never to win in 2020. Michael Moorhead, yeah. If you look at the fact that the whistleblower met with Adam Schiff's staff, or the alleged, I don't know if you could say that word, intelligence operative, and that intelligence operative actually worked for Biden, I don't see how this doesn't come back. Bucolic Buffalo! Bolton is trying to boost his new book with latest antics. I know. You know what's interesting, though? Like, how bored in life do you have to be to go and buy John Bolton's book? What's going on in your life where there's no other book you'd rather read? Like, your contempt for Trump. Because on the left, you would never pick up anything John Bolton ever said or did or wrote or whatever. But your contempt for Trump, your life must revolve around anything negative about Trump. And could you imagine, like, Bolton is trying to sell his book to liberals who have no need for anything he's ever stood for. And by the way, Trump voters don't have a need for anything he stood for either. You know what? I'll say this, though. There are Democrats who are okay with never-ending intervention. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh, I know. Can you believe it, Sanders? That's right. Bolton on the same side. It makes me look for this. It makes me look this guy. Well, Angela, but we already knew We already knew that the same voices telling you that Trump was so horrendous are also the same voices that will side with anyone, even John Bolton, that has an axe to grind. So Bucolic Buffalo, yeah. Interesting. It's like you gotta have, like, you gotta be really bored, or you just have to really dislike Trump to say, gosh, I just want to curl up with some nice hot cocoa and listen to the snow fall. It's late at night or early morning, and I'm just gonna cuddle up with my loved one. Honey, what are you reading? I'm reading John Bolton's new book. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That is, that sounds like a lot of fun. John Bolton. Wow. Wow. So, Hillary's running, by the way. Did I tell you that? I tell you that? It's just a matter of when, because impeachment has completely sunk Biden's campaign. The longer this goes on. The longer this goes on. And I don't, like, it could be a brokered convention, it could not be. I don't see how or why Clinton would want to wait to a brokered convention. It doesn't make any sense to me. She could. Clinton will be the nominee. She's even stated, who did she tell? The Deal Book journalist. Gosh. Who's the journalist that started Deal Book? That anti-Bernie Sanders type conference. Okay. Who started Deal Book? Oh, that's right. Andrew Ross Sorkin. So Andrew Sorkin, he started this conference called Deal Book. Okay. Sorkin asks Hillary Clinton, I talked about this on H.A. Goodman's other channel. When it all goes down, H.A. Goodman's other channel will be like a treasure trove, in addition to this channel, but H.A. Goodman's other channel will be like a treasure trove of like little wonderful tidbits of Clinton actually saying, yeah, I'm running. Lyle Budd, hello. He asked her, he's like, well, you vote for the nominee. And she's like, oh, yeah, I have a good idea who it'll be. I know who it'll be. And then he goes, well, who do you think it's going to be? And she goes, oh, I'm not going to go there. Because it's her. Awake, Canadian! Long time no see. Hope all is well. Awake Canadian is a great, great person. We used to follow each other on Twitter when I had Twitter. Hello, H.A. Today's testimony is Shampeachment. Shampeachment, I love it. Is exposing the utter corruption of Dems to more realistic centrists. Even my anti-Trump buddy had to take a pause. Oh, that's the best part. Exactly. But Awake Canadian, and Carl's opinion, Awake Canadian, everybody here. This is a brilliant move by the one and only, the beautiful, the talented, the amazing Madam Secretary. This is a brilliant move. And people say, well, how can you, she didn't, tell anybody to do anything. No, but it just so happens that everything that happens, everything that takes place helps Madam Secretary. Awake Canadian. This paves the way for Clinton. Paves the way. They're not going to let Bernie Sanders. So it's interesting. I don't know how exactly they're going to completely cheat Bernie because they're doing it with like 1,000 paper cuts. So they're cheating Bernie with 1,000 paper cuts. I think that Hillary's just waiting for people to just have enough. Have enough for everyone to, The interesting thing is how they're going to cheat Bernie in Iowa. Oh my God, I believe they're going to cheat Bernie in Iowa. And once they do, it'll be the same old thing. It'll be the same old thing. When they cheat Bernie in Iowa, or let's say, theoretically, he could win Iowa, whatever. Clinton's going to be nominee. But could you imagine with like the 7 coin flips, 8 coin flips? Oh, you got coin flips also. Doesn't matter. They were cheating Bernie from the start. It's just bizarre that they would have 7 or 6 straight coin flips that Clinton won. The whole thing's always bizarre. It's always so bizarre. What I don't understand in the Democratic Party is like, they should want Clinton at this point. Awake Canadian. So I think that this all helps Madam Secretary. Thank you, Awake Canadian. Thank you very much. Hope all is well. Angela Goodwin. What really makes this circus full? Tulsi and Bolton on the same side. And Warren beats the drum with Pelosi. Warren beats the drum. Warren does beat the drum. I'm not sure, Angela, if Tulsi is on the side of Bolton. I'm not 100% certain what she meant by that. I do believe that Tulsi is against Bolton. But thank you, Angela. Thank you. And people keep saying, like, oh, she missed all these ballot dates. Like, no, so what? There's no rhyme or reason. Democrats literally cheated Bernie Sanders. It was against every rule they ever had. They said there was fair and neutral. Then they said, well, we don't have to be fair and neutral. If they don't have to be fair and neutral, if they could pick nominees from smoke-filled back rooms, there's always going to be a bylaw. Oh, Biden's not in there anymore. Oh, my God, Bloomberg's not there. Okay, well, then you know what? Clinton, it says here in the fine print that she could take over, Bloomberg. Yeah. Or, we made a vote. Everybody vote. DNC, vote. The motion is adjourned, and, she can run. And then everybody in the media is like, they already voted on it. And Hillary's fine now. Luke St. Martin! Thank you, Luke St. Martin. Greatly appreciate. Dems have hoisted Bolton by a broom. Yep. Desperation. Exactly. Desperation does stink. Yep. It's interesting. Luke St. Martin, whether it's Bolton or Avenatti or Stormy or Schneiderman or whatever, or Franken or any other, it doesn't matter who it is. They were, backing Kim Jong-un not long ago against Trump. Luke St. Martin, it doesn't matter who it is. De Niro, whatever. Anyone who is against Trump, for a second, they'll love him. For a second, they'll give that person airtime. For a second. Luke St. Martin, thank you. Thank you, Luke St. Martin. Revco! Do you think the Democratic Party will even make it through the election? It looks like it's breaking into 3 parties, far left, corporate, and center. Revco, it does to me, and to you, and to Luke St. Martin, and to Carl, and to everybody here. Revco, the thing, however, is that the majority of Democrats will chalk it all up to, just the primary. They don't really see what's taking place. They think it's just politics as usual because not everybody is as into politics as we are. So they don't see the fissures, the fractures. They don't see it. They just think that this is normal. Luke St. Martin, they've hoisted Bolton, and they are desperate. And thank you, Luke St. Martin, Eric H526, for being great moderators. Angela Goodwin. If you want to know how did they cheat Bernie, look at the way the socialists made it 100 years ago, and look up the trial of Laszlo Rajek. It's interesting. I will. Let's look that up right now. Hungarian communist politician who served as minister. Supporting Hungary. Yeah. That's okay. The show trials. All right. Wow. It's when you have somebody as devious and as conniving and as ruthless as the Democrats who are running the Democratic Party. I mean, it's really it's really interesting how people want to believe that everything's just above board. You know, it's really interesting how they don't want to admit that the whole thing is a shampeachment. I love that word so much. Shampeachment. They don't want to admit the truth. And I just can't wait until... Because at this point right now, they have nobody else. Who do they have? There's no reason for Clinton to be in the limelight except for the acquisition of political influence and power. That's it. There's no reason. Clinton doesn't need the approval. Like they say, well, she just wants to be relevant. She doesn't. The Clintons don't. Fame is not what drives the Clintons. Money and influence drive the Clintons, not fame. The fame, they just, the fame actually they have to deal with. The publicity, the infamy, they have to deal with, and that's actually an Achilles heel. Because then people ask questions like, gosh, what were Uranium One officials doing? See, everything's a coincidence. It just so happened that Hunter Biden was on the board of directors. There's no evidence to say otherwise, that he was doing anything wrong. It just so happens that, everyone on the planet was giving money to the Clinton Foundation, including Uranium One. There's no evidence to think anything was wrong. Oh, Clinton not thinking about the election when she criticized Sanders. Of course she wasn't. I wasn't thinking about the election. Of course she wasn't. You want to know how we know she wasn't? Because she said she wasn't. That's why she was insulting Bernie. I just thinking about the election. Come on. She doesn't even want to run, but she's keeping the door open. Notice that she's still keeping the... Hillary Clinton says she wasn't thinking about the 2020 election when she said in her documentary that nobody likes Bernie Sanders. Yes, and she wasn't referring to Tulsi Gabbard as a Russian operative. Wow. This is just unbelievable. My God. The media is complicit. The complicit in the charade. My God, the media is just so complicit. It's pretty unbelievable. Well, then why did she say it? This is a Business Insider article. I think we did that interview about a year and a half ago, Clinton told Variety. Oh, because it was a year and a half ago, therefore she couldn't think of 2020. Oh, gotcha. I wasn't thinking about the election by any means. Of course, that means in Clinton speak, I was thinking definitely about the election, and it was meant to harm Bernie. I have said I'm going to support the nominee. And to Andrew Sorkin, she said she knows who the nominee will be, which she hint, nudge, nudge her. And she's still kept the door open. Okay. So this is hilarious. But I do think it's important to look at somebody's record and look at what they've gotten done, and see whether you agree with that or not. I think that's what every voter paying attention should do. Oh my God. This is so great. At this point right now, this is more enjoyable. Like just listening to all the wonderful things that Clinton says but doesn't really want to mean in the election. So she's not running, but 21 minutes ago in Business Insider, Hillary Clinton said she wasn't thinking about the election by any means when she said nobody likes Bernie Sanders. Oh my God, that's the best. Oh my God, that is the best. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Thank you, Eric. Oh, Ian Bloom. She's not running because of botch. No. She's running. I don't know what's going on with the any appearance issues or whatever, if there are any, but Ian Bloom, no. Clinton's going to run. Oh, my God. And then when she runs, everyone, oh, my God. We never imagined. From the phoenix rises. From the ashes rise the phoenix of Hillary. Hillary Clinton's phoenix. Oh, we love her. I love when I was saying that, she was horrendous, she can't win. People were like, oh, my God, blasphemy. Now I'm saying she's going to run again. People are like, oh, my God, blasphemy. Just basically anything I say is horrendous. Then Hillary Clinton keeps blaming Bernie Sanders, but he's not the reason she lost to Trump in 2016. Okay, let's find out what the reason is, because she's unelectable, but oh, of course. Okay, so James Comey's email, the Russian social media disinformation campaign. The Russian social media disinformation campaign influenced nobody. It wasn't even a disinformation campaign. It was like a couple $1,000s of Facebook ads that she won the popular vote on. Supergirl, you are amazing. Thank you very, 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 very much. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Supergirl. Thank you so very much. You are amazing and greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much, Supergirl. Thank you. You are amazing. Awesome. I like I love the little graphics they allow you to do. Thank you. I'm looking at the graphic. It's awesome. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a great evening. Thank you. So Clinton is definitely not running, but she just wanted you to know that nobody likes Bernie. She wasn't thinking of how could she be thinking of the election? It was a year and a half ago. Obviously, everyone knows that if in a year and a half ago, there was an edict, a law, a cosmic ruling by the universe that said, well, obviously, a year and a half ago, nobody could be thinking about the election because only people would be thinking about the election a year before the election, not 2.5 years. This is a rule. This is like one of the laws of nature and gravity. So obviously, Clinton was right. There you go. Clinton doesn't dislike Bernie Sanders. He's just talking off the cuff. No. Oh, Bernie could win. Sure. Yeah, Bernie could win. Why not? Oh, well, President Obama stated 3 times, twice through his campaign manager, Messina, that he would intervene if Bernie became nominee. And then Elizabeth Warren said that Bernie Sanders said a woman couldn't win the presidency. Oh, Bernie would never say that. Obviously, Bernie never said that, but... And then Warren got upset with him at the debate. You called me a liar. Let's not get into this right now, Elizabeth. Okay? I didn't take acting classes from Marlon Brando, all right? I'm not going to keep acting and pretend. I know. A Strasbourg technique. I'm supposed to act with this mishigas in front of everyone. Yeah. Oh, what was that you accused me of? Did I tell you? No. What, Steyer? What do you want, billionaire? Yeah. I'll say hi to you later. Whatever. Maybe I won't. I didn't accuse you of lying. What do you want? You're talking, and then the debate moderator is like, so why did you say that, Bernie Sanders? What? Why did you say that, Bernie Sanders? Why? He's like, what do you mean? Why did I say it? How could I have said it when I didn't say it? Huh? How do you like them apples? It's just so funny watching Democrats go after Trump and other Democrats. But see, the issue, Jerry Brown, there's a famous exchange between Jerry Brown and Bill Clinton. Democratic primaries used to be no holds barred. Like Jerry Brown went after Hillary Clinton in 1992, accusing her of illegal acts in Whitewater. Now, this used to be like normal. Randy Mill, thank you. This used to be normal in the Democratic primary. Big Daddy, thank you. This used to be normal. People would go after one another, and it was fine. Okay, now they pretend not to go after one another. They pretend that there's unity, but then what they do is they undercut and then go after one another after they try to pretend pretend that there's some kind of unity. They all can't stand each other. They're all going after one another. Well, actually, it's not all. It's just basically they're going after Bernie Sanders. Notice how Elizabeth Warren is going after Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton is going after. Hillary Clinton has the luxury of running and saying whatever she wants without a response, a rebuttal. Because technically, she's running. She kept the door open. She's going to be nominee, but without formally jumping in, she could say things through Hulu. She could say things about Russian operatives being at Tulsi. She could say all the things she wants, and then the media will be, "Oh, Hillary, why are you creating discord? Oh, come on." And then Madam Secretary could, her staff, like, and they'll just continue. Then you have President Obama saying, "Oh, yeah, I would intervene if Bernie became president. Bernie became nominee." Bernie has to win southern states, and I don't know if that's going to happen. The establishment Democrats run southern states and California and Texas, and Bernie's wing of the Democratic Party, I learned this the hard way, is very vocal, but they're not very powerful or influential. They lack influence within the Democratic Party, big time, which is why you have two billionaires. Like, when Bernie talks about the billionaire class, I don't think he meant that they should get two billionaires. The top two people are two older men, and there are also two billionaires. So this is like the Democratic Party nightmare, public relations nightmare. But, that's what Democrats are all about. There's public relations and, keep spinning and churning and spinning the propaganda. Let's see what else. So, you got Democrats. They vote to acquit Trump. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? I'm reading the Dave Roy, they're going to acquit Trump. That's pretty much what's going to happen. They'll acquit Trump. Whether they're witnesses or not. At this point right now, if Democrats force witnesses, it's only to undermine Biden. It's not to undermine Trump. Trump's like, I don't care. Yeah. Great, let's do witnesses. Then we get that's just my Hunter Biden. That's what we get. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so very, very much. To my super chat, thank you. Soper Girl, thank you. Everyone here, thank you. Carl, thank you. And have a great, great evening. This week's going to be amazing. So check this channel and H.A. Goodman's other channel. I did 2 segments today. And Luke St. Martin, thank you so very much. Eric H526, thank you. And yeah, I mean, the longer this goes, the better for Trump. The shorter it goes, the better for Trump. Trump's going to get acquitted anyway. And it'll just be hilarious how they spin the acquittal into yet like the Mueller probe was so weak they didn't use it to impeach Trump, and then the impeachment was so weak they had an instant acquittal, and then what are they going to do? It's obviously Clinton 2020. Angela Goodwin! Looking at my students, it makes me mad because their future is stolen by old geezers and with no future in Congress. Yeah? Well, yeah. But thank God we have Trump as president, so it's altering the course of U.S., the future of the country in a very good way. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so very, very, very much. And I will see you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you.